Hello, we are back for another 12 Days of Christmas Home Sweet Pilates workout. Today we are going to be working on spinal mobility. So I actually was inspired to do this because the other day I woke up and my spine was so stiff, so bad, and I feel like I am not the only one. So I wanted to do this workout for you to have something to come back to for any time you're just feeling really stiff, feel like you can't move well, maybe you feel a little pinched in some areas and just aren't feeling great, right? So if that is you, if you spend all day hunched over at a desk, whatever it might be, this workout is for you, all right? So let's get going. We're gonna move our spine in all different directions, and I'm hoping by the end of it, you feel so much better. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to begin in all fours here. You're gonna have your wrists in line with your shoulders and your hips in line with your knees, okay? We're gonna do something called the tail wag. So we are going to lift just our right foot off of that mat like so, like it's a little tail, right? Then you're gonna take that foot and you're gonna bring it across as if you're trying to meet your left shoulder, okay? Then you're gonna move it back to meet your right shoulder, hypothetically, right? It's not actually gonna happen that way, but it's just to imagine almost like you're making a little happy face or an upside down rainbow, right, with that foot. So you're just moving it side to side, but you're moving your hips along with it. So your hips are moving to meet that foot. While keeping a nice neutral back. We'll do one more all the way through. Place that foot down. We'll go to the next one. So put your left foot up, bring it over towards that right hip, and then over towards the left. So we're just moving side to side here. We hardly ever move our spine in this direction, right? We're always either hunched over or lying down, right? We are a very flexion-centered world, which just means hunched over, round back, right? So we're trying to undo that a little bit. Let's go last time all the way through here. Beautifully done. Now we are going to extend your left leg behind you and your right hand in front of you. You're going to lift the left leg up and lift the right leg up, or the right arm up, sorry, right arm up. So your left leg is at hip height and your right arm is at shoulder height. You're going to exhale to round and bring that knee to meet the elbow, and then extend it back out. So exhale, round it in. Inhale, extend it out. Let's do two more on this side. Last one. Extend it out, just hold it here, and lower it down. Opposite arm and leg now, so you have your right leg extended, your left arm in front of you, lift them both. Keep that belly engaged so we're not arching here, right? We still have a nice strong core. Exhale to round it in, inhale to release. If you look at that belly button when you round it in, it can help with your balance a little bit. That's what we're working on here as well. Right? Is that stability? Really reach that arm and that leg in opposite directions as you extend. We have two more. Last one. Hold it out. Just hold it here. And lower it down. Now we're gonna move on to our side here. We're gonna do some side bend mermaid. So you're going to have your top leg right in front of your bottom leg, like so. You can have them on top of one another if you want. That's an extra challenge, okay? So if you wanna level up a little bit, have them right on top. Otherwise, put one foot in front of the other. This entire series can also be done on your forearm if you have some wrist issues. So please be here on that forearm. Otherwise, we're going to be up on our hand, okay? So we're going to begin like so. Extend your legs out slightly, and your arm is just slightly in front of your shoulder here, okay? Your top palm is face up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift ourselves up and reach over like we're making a rainbow. And then as we lower ourselves down, lower your hips and keep your legs straight, okay? So that's where that little challenge is right here. So we lift up, keep those legs straight, keep your chest open to the front, don't allow yourself to round over, and lower it back down. Remember, if you need, you can do this whole thing here on your forearm, right? You're still getting the same movement. It's just taking off the weight and the pressure of that wrist a little bit, okay? So we go up and over and lower it down. You'll feel this under oblique for sure. We got one more here. Let's lift it up. Now, bring that top arm just straight up towards the ceiling. Now you're gonna reach that arm through the hole underneath your armpit and turn back towards the front. So we rotate and back towards the front. Rotate, back towards the front. Two more. That under oblique is talking to you at this point. And let's lower it down. Beautifully done. Okay, now since we're here already, we're gonna lie down onto our sides and go into some banana. So that bottom arm comes straight underneath. We're resting our head on that arm, okay? Our top arm is used as a little kickstand right in front of our chest, and our feet are glued together, one on top of the other. You can bring them slightly forward, okay? Not a ton, just slightly, all right? And your top arm can come slightly forward as well, so you're making a very little smiley face, okay? We're gonna start by just lifting our head and our arm together, keep everything else on the ground, so we lift it up towards the ceiling and lower it down. Now we're gonna lift our legs together, keep everything else glued to the ground, okay? So lift those legs and lower it down. Now we're gonna lift our upper body and our lower body together at the same time. Press into this kickstand for a little bit of support, okay? So we lift it up and lower it down. Lift it up, lower it down. Two more. Last one here, we're gonna hold it, okay? Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. All right, now we're gonna go on to the other side here. So let's rotate around and we're gonna go straight into those side bend mermaids, okay? So we now have our opposite arm is down on the ground. Your top leg is over your bottom leg, right? You're kind of extending your legs out a little bit. You're resting on your hip here. Your top hand is palm up towards the ceiling, okay? We're going to lift up, reach over, really try to reach those ribs towards the ceiling, right? And then lower it all the way down. Everything comes together in one straight line. Let's do it again. Up and over. We're in between two panes of glass here. So what I don't want to happen is this, right? I don't want that. I want you nice and open in that chest as you reach up and over and down. We have one more. We're gonna hold it. Remember, we're gonna do that side plank. So we go up and over. Now bring that arm straight up towards the ceiling. Now take it, loop it underneath your armpit and open back towards the front. Remember, if you need, do this on your forearm. We have one more. Open up, lower it down. Going into banana. Bottom arm comes underneath you. Your legs are glued one on top of the other, right? Your head is resting on your arm. We're gonna do the arm first. So lift the head and the arm together and lower it down. Lift the legs towards the ceiling now. Lower it down. Now we're gonna do both at the same time. We lift it up and lower. So what I'm not doing is lifting my head, then my arm, right? Everything moves together. We go up and down. Two more. On this last one, we're gonna hold it, okay? Hold it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Roll over onto your tummy here. Move my mic over. There we go. We're going to do some baby swan and then full swan. Okay, so starting with your hands in front of your shoulders, your forehead on the mat. The tops of your feet are glued onto the mat as well as your thighs and your knees, okay? Your shoulders are relaxed. Imagine you have a marble that's in front of your nose and you're trying to roll it to the wall in front of you. So on your inhale, lift your head to roll that marble forward as you lift your chest, keeping your forearms and your ribs on the mat, okay? Lower it back down. Do it again. We're just doing baby swan for now. Make sure you bring that belly button towards your spine so you're lifting that belly button off the mat. This will help to keep you from being crunchy in that lower back, okay? One more. And lower. Now we're going to go into full swan. So bring your hands in front of you now, slightly rotating your fingertips to face one another. You're going to lift the same way we just did, but this time push through your hands to straighten your arms and lift your torso off of that mat. Keep your pubic bone on the mat though, okay? Now bend the elbows to bring it back down. Do it again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more here. Inhale up. Hold it here. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look center. And lower it all the way down. Let's turn ourselves back over, back onto our backs. You stay where you are. I'm gonna rotate this way just because I don't want my feet to hit the tree. Okay, but you stay where you're at. We're gonna do a little bit of inversion. We're gonna do a jackknife. So, if inversion is not the name of the game for you, just skip this part and skip to the next exercise, okay? But if you are able to do this, then I would love for you to join me, okay? The main thing with inversions, do not go on your neck, okay? Stay on this upper back part, all right? So we're gonna do some jackknife. So we're gonna lie ourselves down. Bring your legs up in a tabletop to begin, hands down by your sides. Lift your legs straight towards the ceiling, right? Now, bring your legs over so you're lifting your hips so that now you have your legs are parallel to the ground, right? See if you can touch your feet to the ground. If you can't, that's okay. I can't right now. That's fine. Now lift them straight up towards the ceiling. So push into your forearms. Lift your legs as high as you can towards the ceiling. Now roll your spine down while keeping your legs lifted. Ooh, that is challenging, right? All right. If that's a little too tricky for you, I'm going to show you a different way to do it, okay? So we roll our legs over. Now lift your legs up towards the ceiling. Now bring your legs back to parallel. Now roll it down. So use that core, get that belly in, right? Articulate through that spine, push through your forearms, and roll it down. If trying to keep yourself lifted and roll it down is a little too much for you, I want you to roll down from that parallel position, okay? We're just gonna do it 2 more times. So press through those forearms, lift your hips up and over. Remember, I am still on my back here. I am not on my neck. Do not go on your neck. Lift those legs straight up. If you can keep it here and roll down, try it. Roll, 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 roll. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Whew. We'll do 1 more. Can you touch the floor? Lift it back up. If you need to bring it back to parallel, please do. I'll do that for this one. Okay, so I'm here on parallel, and then I roll it down. Hug those knees into that chest, rock it side to side. Now rock yourself up. We're gonna go into rolling like a ball. So if you need to have your hands underneath your knees here, that's totally fine. Otherwise, if you can wrap your hands around your legs like this, do that, okay? Let's go up onto our toes. We're rounding into as much of a ball as we can. I'm curling in that spine, right? I'm really tucking that belly in. I'm looking at my belly button as I rock back. And then I bring myself back up, trying to balance on my tailbone without touching those toes. So do it again. Try not to open your ball at all. Stay in one position here. Once again, no going on your neck. If you need to have your hands like this behind your knees and you need a little bit of momentum here with your legs, that's okay, right? This works too. Just try to stay as tucked in as you can for as long as you can. Okay, let's do 2 more. We're massaging the spine out right now. Got 1 more. And hold it here, just balance. And sit it up tall. I'm gonna turn around just because I want you to be able to see me better. So now we're going to place our legs out in front of us. Flex those feet and have them the width of your mat, okay? If you need to put a yoga block or you need to roll your mat to lift your booty up a little bit because you have tight hamstrings or tight hip flexors, that's totally fine. You can slightly bend your knees as well, that's okay. But try to sit up as tall as you can, right? I'm sitting up against an imaginary wall, okay? We're gonna start with some saw. So we're just gonna be here, arms straight out in front of you. You're gonna rotate from your torso so your feet don't move, right? I'm not moving my hips, I'm moving my torso. I'm going to rotate to open my right arm towards the back. My left hand is facing my right foot. I'm going to lean forward to bring that left hand towards the right pinky toe. Sit up nice and tall, rotate back to center, and go the other direction. So my left hand comes out, my right hand goes towards my left foot. I lean forward, right hand towards left toes, sit up tall, and back. So we're bringing out that spine here, right? Sitting nice and tall. I inhale as I rotate, I exhale as I reach, I inhale up, and I exhale center. 1 more time all the way through. Back to center. Now we're just gonna do a side lean here. So take that right hand, place it down on the ground. Left palm comes up and over, but keep that opposite hip down. So if I'm leaning towards the right, I'm keeping my left hip glued down on the mat. Come back up to center, lean the other way. So now I'm leaning towards the left, so I'm keeping that right hip glued down, and I'm keeping an open chest. I'm not rounding forward. My chest is open. 1 more each direction. Last one. Beautifully done. We're gonna end with a really feel-good stretch here. One of my favorite, we're gonna thread the needle. So we're gonna be on all fours. Open up that left hand. Now thread that left hand through your armpit, right, between your hand and your knee, and just rest down. This feels so good. All down that shoulder blade, right? The side of that spine. Bring it back up. We'll do 1 more and then we'll switch sides. Back up. Now switch hands. So now my right hand comes open and I thread it through and I rest my head on the ground, right? I'm resting all the way down. I'm feeling that pull in my innermost shoulder blade, the shoulder blade of the hand that's thread through. Come back up. Do it 1 more time. Come back up, and you are done. I hope you loved this workout. I hope you feel like your spine has more movement in it now, more fluidity, Please let me know what you thought in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and join me on my Instagram at Home Sweet Pilates for some fun giveaways if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.